My name is Walter Washington. I am the owner of Wally's Northwest Soul. I was raised in the Seattle area. I'm a native of the Central District, where we have much rich tradition from multiple soul food restaurants to multiple hair salons and different things like that. We have a historic school in Garfield. I went to Washington Middle School, so I walk these blocks. I talk to these people. I know a lot of the elders. I know a lot of the young folks. And we're just trying to create a community again, create what the Central District was, and just reunite all our people and let them know, hey, we're back. We're back to make the Central District a place that people would love to come back to see, come eat, come vibe, come chill, and just get the heritage and feel like, hey, you know, I got to come and see what the Central District is really all about. We've been in business now since 2010. So we started off at Barnett Park in the Central District in a tent where literally we sold plates. We did the whole plate thing out of our home. We did it at the Esquire. We did it at the Old Home of Good Barbecue. So we've been to many, many places around the Central District, and we just tried to just touch in and kind of take in a lot of the ancestral stuff that we have around, man, with just great food, you know, great heritage. Being able to bring in a lot of the older crowd, let them know that, hey, we're here, and there's somewhere that they can come and enjoy themselves and just talk to people. I think that's one of the biggest things we lost in the Central District, is just going into restaurants and feeling like we're a part of the restaurant, feeling like, hey, the person back there cooking is uncle and auntie, or the people in the front are young folks that we could talk to and have those conversations and continue to build community. Everything has been kind of take to go or, you know, internet-based. We just like to do more handshaking, more face-to-face, so that we can continue to build relationships. Wally's Northwest Soul is a place where you can come to not only eat, but you can come and hear some good music. We play a variety of good old school music, gospel on Sunday. You can come in and do karaoke, watch the games. Just a good place to vibe, man. Bring your family, bring your friends, and just know that everything inside Wally's is you guys as well. Everything that we do at Wally's is a part of the community, and just as much as it's mine, it's the community's as well. So growing up for me, I went to Washington Middle School and I walked those same blocks. I remember before in the same shop that I was in, it was a hair salon years and years and years ago. And before that, it was a record store. And then right before I graduated from middle school, it was a flower shop, all black owned. And so being able to walk from Jackson or from really all the way from Massachusetts, all to Madison to see Thompson's, to see Miss Helen's, to see Sammy's Burger, to see Oscar's and Dino's. These are all places that I grew up, Moonlight Cafe, and being able to continue those traditions. You know, we lost most of those restaurants. And so being a black young man who actually grew up in this neighborhood, we're just trying to push that same narrative that, hey, we're family, this is tradition, and it's nothing that hasn't been done before. We're just trying to do a new spin on it so that we never leave again. The Central District is the home of the black folks. It used to be called the Color District. And obviously we all know that it was redlined, and a lot of our people was pushed out. But in the heart of those times, man, we were the entrepreneurs. We had bang our own Wall Street, as I would like to call it, right, where we bought from ourselves. We spent with each other. We lived close to each other. We worshiped in church together. We did everything together. We played in the parks. I could walk down the street and knock on 10 doors in a row and get a friend to come out. And so just trying to build that kind of community again. And even if it's not where I can knock on the door for 10 people or my kids can do it, but they still have the community behind them where they can still go touch people. They can still go knock on a couple people's friends. They can still walk into a restaurant and say, you know what, that's Uncle Wally right there, you know. We do a lot of outreach in the community. So the Central District is just home. I've been in business, like I said, since 2010. We started with catering and plates. And we just built our name up. I wasn't big on the internet. I didn't try to push myself on Instagram and Facebook and all that kind of stuff. I was big on letting the people talk. I felt like that's what we used to do back in the day, before internet. You knew probably 200 numbers in your head, or you knew everybody in the block's phone number, right? The same thing here. When you heard it was some good food, everybody knew there was some good food, or where to go. And so that's the narrative that we pushed. Now that obviously the internet is so heavy, we've been getting more into the internet. But food has been our thing since day one. It wasn't about how many plates we were selling. It was about the quality of food that we were pushing out. It wasn't about the seasonings and all that. It was about the flavor, right? Making sure that we're giving people great blends that are not killing themselves, not using pork, different things like that, natural greens and things like that from black farmers, and getting our ingredients from most of the people that are local. And that's the reason why we're the Northwest soul food. I don't push that I'm from down south, or I'm from Alabama, or I'm from New Orleans. My grandmother lived in all those places and came from there, which I got most of my rich history in cooking from. But I also understood the blends that we have in the Northwest. And so I just wanted to create what we have here, and give you guys the fresh flavors that we can do, and just make it enjoyable, make it something that, when you eat it, you want to slap somebody's mama, you know what I mean? And so that's what we were pushing for, and we've been having a great success so far. So we came from Seattle Soul Kitchen, which was in West Seattle. We had jumped from catering and plates, and we finally got into our first brick and mortar, which was in West Seattle. It was a little different than most traditional restaurants, because it had multiple restaurants in that one space. So it was kind of like out in California. You can go into a hub, and they'll have 8 different restaurants in there that you can kind of pick and choose from where you want to eat. So we had that invented here. The guy, my guy, good friend named Claiborne, and his family, Claiborne Bell, they run it was called Distinguished Kitchens. And we were there for about a year until tragically one of my young men who was one of my chefs actually passed away and got killed in the location. It was a tragic hit for all of us, because I'm big on helping the community, big on helping young men, especially young men who are fathers, try to put themselves in position to be able to take care of their family and take care of themselves and get away from the streets. And so when that happened, we took a step back and just thought about all the things that we wanted to do, and where I wanted to go with the business. Be honest with you, I'm heavy into God. I'm heavy into the Bible and just religion. And so I did a lot of praying. I did a lot of soul searching to figure out exactly what I wanted to do. There was a couple of locations that actually came to us. One of them in Ballard that I was actually going to go into, but I got a call and they said, hey, this spot in the CD was open, formerly known as Catfish Corners location. And who Terrell I'm family with. That's my good friend, good family friend. And so I called him. I said, hey man, what's going on? Are you out of there? What you thinking about? He told me, he was moving on. And from there, I knew, I said, God, if it's meant for me to have it, let me have it. And so I did the process. I sent all my paperwork in, everything I needed to do to try to get the space. And God blessed me with the space. And so from there, I created a 10-year plan because I already had a vision from day one of where I wanted to be, what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to have a soul food spot that's kind of like a Joey's with a bar and all this kind of stuff. But I also knew that it took steps to get there. So this was just one of the many steps for us to get to this location, create this location and push this location exactly how I want to, and then get us to the next location. Not only just getting to the next location, but then after that, we are going to be franchising. Not only franchising within, but we will be franchising with black men. My reasoning behind that is because more and more I see black men are one of the most hated, one of the most pushed down, one of the most talked about, treated horribly, all because of finances. Majority of the time, it's not about anything else but our finances. And so I want to put black men in position to be heads. And that's my goal. I I never had anybody that actually put me in position to be what I am. I always put myself in position. And so I have the position to be able to help others. And so I don't want to be a gatekeeper. I want to be able to help us build our community. And I understand that the man is the head, no matter what. If the man does his job, usually the woman and everything else follows and all sinks in place. And so that's my mission, to not only build this business, but create multiple owners, black men that are gonna go back into their own communities and do the same thing I'm doing, helping others, making sure that we as a unit employ each other, spend with each other, just push us a lot more than we ever have. Our biggest thing at Wally's Northwest Soul is consistency. We've been cooking so long for big groups of people through catering for so many years that we've been able to learn how to make big bunches of things and keep the same flavor every single time that we cook it. And so right now, our biggest thing is training every single person to do the same thing every single time. Making sure that our recipe books are tight. Everybody knows exactly what to do. If somebody walks in, they know exactly what to do, so that every single time a customer gets our food, they're getting the exact same quality. We definitely do a lot of specials, so that you can get something fresh. Obviously, the pastas, the turkey legs, the honey Hennessy lamb chops, might be oxtails, gumbo, right? We're gonna switch it up so that you can come in and get something different every season. We got barbecue season and all these different type of things. So that's for us is just making sure that, overall, we're bringing new inventions, new desserts, new things that keep the people excited, coming back. Our menu is vast, so you can literally come in and get something different every day. And that's our goal. If you want to come get a Wally smash burger one day, come get catfish one day, come get chicken one day, come get a fried lobster one day, come get pasta one day. You have a choice to be able to come in and get different things, and just whatever your taste bud or preference is for that day. And we have every flavor you want. So you can get your catfish any flavor you want, your shrimp, your prawns, all that stuff, any flavor you want. So
the biggest thing I think for young people to understand when it comes to business is having a plan. Not just a plan, having steps to get to the goal. Understanding that every step is pivotal, right? Reward yourself at every step. Every step, make that a big step for you. Because the little steps are what is building your foundation, right? So it might be the first thing is just getting your business license, getting your EIN, getting your DUNS information, right? Getting all your tax stuff together so that when you start business, you're ready to go, right? Making sure you have a bank account, right? Making sure you have an accountant that's going to talk to you about how to make sure you're financially successful, right? Don't be scared to spend a little bit of money, right? You got to spend a little bit of money to make money. Everything can't be a cheap way, all right? Quality is everything, all right? That's how you're going to get longevity in your business, all right? After you get done with first step, go to your second step, go to your third step, but stay on track, right? There's going to be times where things don't go your way. Some things are going to fall. Some things are going to, right? Stay focused, right? Because, like I said, man, God is going to give you tests and trials and tribulations. Sometimes you ain't going to feel like it's raining on you and the storm's never going to go away, right? Stay focused because, hey, your turn is right around the corner, all right? I could have quit 10 years ago. I didn't. Now it's my turn, all right? And so stay focused on your plan. Make sure you have a plan, and then make sure you follow the plan. All right? Don't deviate. Follow the plan. All right? If that plan works, then guess what? It's going to work again and again and again in different ways. All right? And so just understand, man, keep a plan, stay focused, and you can do it too.